Hello friends, and welcome to a game about digging a hole. This is a subject that I am more philosophically oriented toward rather than physically speaking. I am not a great hole digger, as it were, unless it just means in conversation. I'm here today to have a look at this game. It looks very odd and peculiar, and I am a big fan of digging holes in video games. That's the basis of why I liked Terraria so much for all those years. But yeah, big thank you to the dev for sending over a code for this. We're gonna have a look at it, see how the whole adventure goes. The whole adventure. We'll see how it goes. Very quickly, there's our options menu. There's not a tremendous amount to fuss about here today. It's a pretty simple one. We're just gonna get right into it. So it seems we're reading a book. We've noticed there's a bulletin board. Oh, foot. Alright, that's a number of feet that we've counted. House for sale, only $10,000. In this economy? There's treasure in the garden? Hang on, what's the catch? Is this the devil's house? Apparently we bought the house. And we've got our Super Mega Digger 3000 Ultimate 2.0. Detector set as well. Explodes when battery gets empty. That does not bode well for us. A $10,000 house. Jesus, I'd probably have to buy it whether there's treasure or not just to have a house for $10,000. It's a very blue shadow. I know this game is about digging a hole, but I'm also a fan of not digging a hole financially. So I'd love to know what the status of the interior of our house is, perhaps, but I guess we're not going to get to know. We got our shovel. There's a crafting bench. There's a journal. It's like, yeah, dig a hole, go down. Have a great time. Our computer's here. We can sell ore. There's some sort of locked chest here in our garage. I mean, just for the garage with the cinder blocks and a roof over our heads. And people are paying more than 10 grand for that, aren't they? I guess we're meant to dig. Kind of takes me back to when we were playing Life is Strange and we had to find the pirate treasure. Oh. Found a rock. It's a very small imprint that this shovel seems to make. I do appreciate the sort of geomod technology that we've taken on here. There's a lot of minute, granular meshing going on that I wasn't expecting. I think if you start to dig really odd angles, you might end up with a lot of, well, potentially more exposed poly faces than maybe were intended. Okay, my inventory is full. It's time to sell our stones. I'll sell 3 stones for $3. What a deal. I mean, it's $3 more than I had a minute ago. Easier than putting YouTube videos up, I'll tell you that much. So we've got a house for 10,000 stones, evidently. It probably constitutes more than 10,000 stones in terms of architectural construction. My battery's low. How do I... Like, my human battery? Doesn't that require food? How do I re-battery? I guess I should look at my journal. Maybe my journal will tell me about that. Oh, it's the save station. That's fair. Battery. Oh, charge for $1. Okay, you've charged me $1 to charge my dollar. Fair enough. Sell some more stones. And back we go. I see how this works now. It's a perfect system. I'm gonna develop a nice gradual slope. Because the thing I think people forget about when they're digging holes is you gotta be able to get in and out of that sucker. They don't dig a gradular slope. That's the problem. I'm gonna be smarter than them. And then bury all of my money in giant barrels that surely Nazis will never find. That's a Breaking Bad reference. But also a timely 2025 US government reference. Okay, back to the battery. I have $3 on me. Let's see if I can get a recharge. Perfect work. Do I have any stones to sell? I have none. Can I hammer? No. What's quite funny is just before turning this game on, I was watching a clip of it was like a supercut of some Taskmaster stuff. And they had a dude on there his task was to get a hole-in-one. And I didn't plan this. It just happened to be what I watched just before turning this on. And what he did was he took a shovel and he dug around the hole and physically moved it to where the ball was. Because that was in the rules in a way that, like, you know, he could bend the rules slightly. And so he got a hole-in-one. And it actually counted, and they gave him the 5 points. Rod Gilbert, I think was his name. I've learned about a lot of fantastic British and UK-based comedians based on Taskmaster. It's a great show. Everybody should watch it. Especially when you're feeling down. It'll cheer you back up, I'd say. So our hole is now, I'd say, about 3 feet deep. We're just at the point now where we need to start thinking about standing in it. I could have probably still tried to get around it, but we're going to have to get in here eventually, right? And I do need to find a few more stones, otherwise I'm going to run out of battery, and then God knows what happens. I'll have to pawn my toes or something. Is that a thing you can do? Can you sell your toes on the black market? I know there's a lot of market for, like, organs and organ meat. People love buying eyeballs and livers, kidneys. I don't know, probably every organ you could think of. Do they care about your toes? Are people transplanting toes? Probably not. Although they did get a guy with a pig heart, so maybe anything's possible. Battery charge. Sell rocks. Alright. We dig on, and we dig strong. That's what they always used to say in the Digging Corporation that I was a member of when I used to dig professionally. Oh, we found a coal ore. Or what? At least it's not a stone. Oh, I'm falling into the trap. I laid this out for myself that I wouldn't do this. I was going to dig a nice gradular slope. And instead, I succumbed to the temptation that is digging straight down and then eventually falling into a pit of lava. It's a terrible time. You don't want to end up there. Okay, my poor battery's low. Charge it up, Buttercup. He says we could buy dynamite. That sounds pretty exciting. Pretty dynamic. I sure hope I don't die in the process. I mean, I've seen what happens to people that play around with TNT from watching Lost. One of the more traumatic things that I can recall off the top of my head from that show. It was always treated so lightly and cavalierly in the olden days. You know, TNT is just part of doing business. It's something a child could use. Even this cartoon rabbit is using it for his own malicious deeds. He's gonna blow up that duck or whatever. And I never really thought they depicted TNT with the sincerity and seriousness that it deserved. You're gonna teach children that these red cylinders are to be played with, and they're gonna go out and pick up all the TNT they can carry, and it's just gonna be a bad day. Nobody's gonna have a great time after that. We don't know how deep we have to go to find this treasure, do we? It's just sort of ambiguously below me somewhere. Ambiguously below me. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. We'll be upgrading at some point to a better tool, right? Because, like, this is not going to get it done for, you know, the right amount of time we need here. We can upgrade our shovel to be a larger radius. The problem is I don't trust... Oh, I just realized we have a health bar. That bodes badly. I don't trust that I will not need to recharge all my battery with that money. So, like, $5 is great and all, but... You know what? It's probably worth it. At least the one time. We'll give it a try. Hopefully I'll find enough rocks near the surface. But I don't know what the plan is if I simply run out of energy. Like, where do I go after that? It's certainly not going to be a soft block. So see what they've done here is they've expanded the sphere that I'm using to carve into this mesh. Oh, that's a big chunk of coal, but I destroyed it because I'm terrible. I'm not to be trusted. I'm destroying all the ore. I guess I have to dig around it and not touch it ever. I didn't realize that was an issue, actually. I thought I could just dig the spot adjacent to it. Aw, crap. The worst case scenario. Oh, I don't have inventory. Is that why? Charge that first. Okay, I need to be more aware of my inventory, evidently. I'm ruining everything. Okay, that is the case. Yeah, okay, it was my inventory then. Well, that's good. We're finding some stuff. We're -1 meter. Oh, it's just a stone. Getting too excited. All right, back out we go. Meter's such an odd use, or a strange turn of phrase in a way. If you go to, like, read your gas, you know, you go to the gas meter, have a look at it. It's not going to give you a reading in meters, but it's read on meters. And then you go on a dating app, you find a whole bunch of meters. They want to meet each other, is the thing. Kind of frantically looking for ore here. I'd like to expand my radius again. My battery's going to be a problem here. Do I have to, like, invest in a shovel or a ladder that will get me out of the hole? Because I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to get in over our head very quickly, I'd say. Let's go upgrade our inventory to another set of slots. So that way I don't have to leave every second. Perfect frame rate, by the way. Haven't seen any drops. I wonder, as we get down, will it try to simplify the geometry a little bit, so maybe we won't have to worry ourselves as much about all these little jagged edges and loose threads, geometrically speaking. Honestly, you give me a game like this, I could play it all day. Something about a repetitious task like digging a hole, especially when it's done in a fairly well-represented way. You know, the fact that I can granularly dig every specific spot that I want to cut into, that kind of works for me. We're going to upgrade our battery. It's got a cheerful, lovely presentation style. The visuals look great. I mean, granted, we're going to be looking down into the dirt most of the time, but if you want to take a break and take a look around, you know, there's sunny skies there to greet you. God, I hope this isn't some kind of creepy dumping ground. We're going to find some horrible story down here that I didn't want to find. Also, how are we excavating these rocks? Because they're, like, going to be real heavy. You know, I guess put them in the backpack. Worry about that later. But this could be a real problem. Too many rocks. Oh, I've done it again. At least I know what the problem is now when this is a problem. Sell it. Yeah, we're substantially making more money. There's a jetpack to have. For $6. That's such a cheap jetpack. What if I don't buy it and then I go down? Will I softlock? I don't know. I should buy the jetpack to not have to think about it. Now I'm protected. It's an investment in my future, like going to college. Same thing. College jetpack. College jetpack. I had to drop an egg off the roof of my college once as a project. It was for a 3D design class. They had me put an egg inside of some structure I made and then see if it would break by the time it hit the ground. And so we were supposed to be doing some, like, basic engineering to figure out what we would... how we would solve that problem. This is a pretty entertaining idea. I wouldn't have ever dropped an egg off of my college if it weren't for that class, so I have them to thank. My solution, by the way, was ridiculous. I don't remember why I had this, but for some reason I had a, like a mannequin head. And I said I really like the visual imagery of the mannequin head being thrown off a roof. And so what I wanted to do is create sort of like this resin nest for the egg to sit in and find a way to stabilize it so that way it would, well, essentially be encased in the resin, so even if it cracked, you'd never know. But then if somehow it did get out, how cool would that be to see a head with ooze just leaking out of it? But yeah, I somehow managed to make the drop work, and it didn't break. Everybody was happy. It was a pretty stupid solution, all things considered, but it did work. I considered form over function, in essence, in that case. Okay, we're nearly to another shovel radius up. Should I be expanding the lip here, probably? This could end up a bit 2001: A Space Odyssey or something. Like, I'll end up with, Oh, no, it's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I got the wrong film. I could end up with just, like, an inverted mashed potato mountain of a backyard, really. Which is not something I ever want to be accused of. But at least I'll have lots of stones to pick through. It's kind of like gold panning with more steps. Like, literally more steps. There's steps to be had. Physical walking to be done. Gold panning has a little bit of walking, but not as much. It's a lot of kneeling, awkward crouching, back aching, kind of... that kind of thing. Just spend a lot of time close to the ground, shifting around, trying to find a way to stand that's comfortable and kind of failing over and over again. But, you know, if you get like a tiny fleck of gold out of it, that's a day well spent. And you could put it in a vial and go up to, you know, one of those gold panning tourist displays and say, look what I got. And they'll go, oh, you could get gold out of there. And they'll get all riled up, and then they'll spend all of their holiday money to sort of pan for gold that's already predetermined. Just to learn how it works. It's a very simple process. It involves gravity and an edge that takes advantage of the weight of gold. The water will wash over the edge and leave any heavy metal deposited on the opposite side of the rim. I don't know why. You didn't sign up to see me explain gold panning. You signed up to see me dig a hole. I gotta stay on track here. This is getting out of hand. Alright, $15. What do you have for me? $2 charge. I'd like to up my battery again soon, because less charging would be ideal. Alright, so it turns out I'd like to upgrade all of the things, because that's not enough. Just give it time, we'll get there. Might as well get that dollar charge. I noticed that every time I walk out of the garage, the whole area sort of... It does a little shimmer. You'll notice it too next time. I'm thinking what that is it's reinstantiating the physical hole that I have built personally. It's like reloading the template that the hole is formed inside of. Let's see if we could see it dematerialize maybe when I... Oh, you see it sort of deloads there? Geometrically gets more simplistic, and then sometimes it kind of flickers. I wonder if that... There's like a square right here, maybe, and you can't dig past that point. We'll get to it. Charge. Cell. 35. Will we do battery first? Probably. Battery is probably the most important here. I go through it so damn fast. Yeah, see, it flickers all the time. I'm not even done with this game, and I feel like I can't wait for a sequel. I know this is a ridiculous request, but I actually would not be terribly frustrated if they had me deal with the physicality of hauling the dirt as well. That after it got deeper, I had to sort of haul the dirt out to somewhere. The inventory's got to go up soon. So, digging the hole physically is one thing. You know, hauling the dirt, hitting the shovel into the ground, pulling it, and throwing it. But it's another thing entirely to do dirt management and to have a wheelbarrow and, you know, sacks that you're going to fill up to potentially carry it, put it on the back of a truck or whatever. I don't know what methodology you're going to go with. There's lots of ways to do it. I mean, you could build a big mound and then get an excavator in. Pardon my weird stutter there. I'm, like, overly caffeinated, I guess. How will we deal with that much dirt, though? It's going to get really out of hand. Could we build, like, an irrigation system where there's, like, a water wash, and we throw the dirt in, and it carries it away? Like, on a trough system, maybe? Is that a thing? I've seen how the gold guys do a lot of stuff like this, but it usually doesn't involve individual people dealing as much with the dirt, more a loader or an excavator. Anyway, we've got solutions. I'm just not privy to them. I'm not a construction guy as much as I'd like to be sometimes. I don't know. I don't know to what degree I want to be a construction guy. It's good, honest work. I'm just not very good at it. I'm not the best physically able person. But that's why I stay in my lane here. I stay on the internet talking about video games where I don't have to dig holes. Except for when I do. Alright, 36. We should be able to get another inventory. That's very good. We're up to 12 now. Now, I'm supposing at some point they're expecting I'm going to just start going straight down. I'm trying to resist that urge, because I want to build a wide basin first. I haven't engaged my jetpack at any point. I know that'll come up soon. But we have cracked into the -2 meter category now. We've gone another meter deeper. Now, honestly, if you built a hole this big, I mean, you could build a pretty nice hot tub in here, I'd say. But how tempting would it be to just keep going, hot tub or no? You know there's treasure. But what if the treasure is the muscle-soothing warm water bath that we've sought for all this time, finally becoming our true reality? You can't give that away. And by give that away, I mean it's not a typical prize you would see on a game show. There, I've engaged my jetpack. Very good. Don't want to upgrade that. I suppose when I get a certain depth down, the jetpack's going to become absolutely necessary. I must admit I was biased in wanting to play this game because I knew I would like it just off the premise. I think you could also tell that I would like it based off the premise. Any game that has me doing something like this, I'm gonna be at least curious about. There was a really entertaining game that I played ages ago that also was about digging up gold and going down deeper and deeper into a mine. And it was, like, really fantastical and whimsical and strange. It sort of got into categories of weird mini-games and stuff halfway down. And that was a good time, too. They actually made a sequel to that game, and I think it came out on VR first, but I never actually tried it. But I like the no-nonsense, straightforward, naturalistic approach of, like, it's just a hole. You just dig a hole. What adventures will we find down here? There could be none. That would be shocking, though. I wouldn't expect that. This is perhaps a silly thing to say, but I would love to have a tabulation of my inventory as a readout somewhere, just on the screen without having to tab in. I have to admit, I saw the word tab at the bottom left, and then it made me want to say tabulate. Oh, objects detected. There's an object. It's in this direction. Okay. Alright, well, let's get back to that. Just since it's been a constant factor, just having the ability to see my inventory readout would be handy. Oh, I should save, because I haven't done that in a minute. I don't know if this game's unstable at all, or if there's any risk of crashing, but given that every hole is very particularly designed for me, yes, that's a reference. Saving it wouldn't hurt, you know. I don't want to forfeit my hole, as it were. Sorry, we were working on a hole in a direction now. Where's that? Where's that bip? Bip, bip? Beppis? It seems there is a treasure ahead. In this direction. Oh man, this is taking me back to the good old days of mining the Mars coal mines of Red Faction with my rocket launcher, experiencing the glory of geomod technology for the first time on the PlayStation 2. Oh, to be young again. Okay. Good stuff. Charge it. 87, so we're going to be up to another at 100. We're looking at probably the shovel now is going to be most important, I'd say. All right. Treasure awaits. You know, some people want to go off into the middle of the rainforest, look for adventure like that. If it weren't for the potential collapse of all the soil around, this would be my deal right here. I'd love to just dig a big hole and find something. The earth contains endless, boundless treasures in the form of minerals of all sorts and other things. But yeah, I'm not too keen on the, like, having to support the world above me thing. Where is it? I had a perfect... That. There it is! Oh my lord, someone buried 22 money in a money bag. Okay, well, I was expecting more mystical treasures than a briefcase filled with currency lettuce. Anyway, I'm not trying to turn my nose up at it in any respect. It's a great thing to find. Whoops. However, it is not the answer to all of the world's problems. That would be number 42. Inventory full. Sell it off. Do I have to sell the case, too? No. We just get that. Because the money's in the case, obviously. Shovel. I don't know about this dynamite. We'll see once I start making more money. No, you can't go up there. Alright, so that's a dead end now. Shovel's looking nice and broad. I suppose the ore as we get deeper is going to be more and more valuable. Maybe we'll find a geode. Nature's loot boxes, of course. We might find a dinosaur bone. How cool would that be? The remnants of the magical Leoplorodon. I'm wondering, does having a wider sphere extrusion for the shovel removal, does that actually expose less or more polyfaces? I'm not sure here. I'd have to actually look at the wireframe to tell. I'm just trying to see if there's, like, any spec impact, particularly on which shovel you're using versus the other ones. Because you can see, this is like a pretty fine grid here. You've actually got a sort of visible, based on the way the shading works, you can see each little square, like that. And so when we carve into this, we're extruding out of that grid. Oh, that's cool. I had a little basketball hoop there to work with. Yeah, once I started using Unreal Engine, which was years and years ago, back when, you know, the original Unreal Tournament came out, and I understood how they did level editing, it was completely different than I had ever done before, in that everything in that game engine is subtractive. You basically start with one solid block of matter, and everything you build in it, you subtract from that solid block of matter, and then you can add stuff back into that hollow point that you built. But every other time, like in Quake Engine and other 3D engines like that, everything was additive. So you start with a big empty space, and then you build into it. It's like the total opposite of how I was used to working in subtractive. And so basically the reason I mention that is, now that I know how that works, what I'm seeing now is I'm basically placing a sphere extrusion every time I click shovel. And then it's just subtracting that sphere extrusion from the mesh around me. It's good stuff. Computationally might be a bit expensive, though. That's why I kept wondering about how many polyfaces are getting exposed. Or are these Boolean and then they eventually collapse? Like, I don't know how to say what I'm trying to think here. I guess what I'm imagining is happening is every single time I click, I'm placing a brush, right? So there's like a sphere for each click. Are they coalescing into one massive brush? Are they working in tandem, or are they staying independent brushes that are always performing one subtractive calculation? Because if it's adding up, then I would imagine by the time we get a little deeper here, the frame rate's going to start really struggling to keep up with that. But maybe they have a way of just building all the brushes into one every so often, or every click. I don't know. This is a great thing I'd love to know from the developer, how they handled the tech of that. Because there's a good reason why you don't see a lot of games employ this sort of technology. It's very difficult to manage, especially over a long period of time, and especially with a ton of dig points like this. But I'm sure they've got some sort of mitigation strategy, whatever that might be. I'm probably way more entertained by this than I ought to be, considering most of what we're doing here is busy work, but I seem to like that sort of thing. Hopefully we'll pick up another clue for a bigger treasure soon, because we've got this... we need 2 keys for whatever's in this box. I'm pretty sure we could pry that open if we wanted to. Don't know why we choose not to. Battery hasn't been as big an issue. I guess we'll go for inventory now. Yeah, that box is so breakable. It's just made out of wooden slats. Surely we'd be able to pry that open. Alright, we're minus 5 meters now. Now, classic me is wondering, is it gonna be at a particular increment where we're meant to find certain things? You know, is it like at 5 meters, at 10 meters, at 15, 20, whatever like that? Or have they organically varied it? Is it procedural? That would be lovely. Every dig slightly different? Or can you find that first briefcase full of dollars in the same rough place every time? These are the questions we must ask. Good thing we don't have to deal with cave-ins, though. I have a real fear of being crushed under like some pile of debris. I think that's why I'd never be very happy as a coal miner, among other things. But if you gave me a task that was, like, equivalent to coal mining without the worries of coal mining, I don't know, I think there's something about that I could get behind. Every day you go back into the hole again to try to extract more resources. And you get deeper and deeper. I mean, it's literally what I'm doing now. It's good, honest work. At least from an individual's perspective. If you look at the object of coal mining on a larger scale, well, you can have criticisms about it in that regard. But the actual people going down to do their day's worth of labor, you know, no shame to them. They're just doing what they can. Also, they get to hang out with canaries all day, and that's pretty cool. Or at least they did 100 years ago. I don't know about these days. They probably have, like, a digital canary now. With, like, a creepy voice. It's like, you are being poisoned. Please leave the coal mine. I've seen images of coal miners going into, like, this creepy-ass cage where they get lowered down and they're, like, smash-packed in there. Does not seem pleasant. I'm gonna upgrade my jetpack. Oh! I've hurt myself by falling too deep. Makes a lot of sense. I don't have shell legs. It's not like I'm gonna absorb the impact. Although dirt is infamous for being quite squishy and soft. At the same time, I think at a certain distance, the squishy properties of dirt would not really carry much weight. Or maybe they would carry too much weight, and that's the problem, because they wouldn't squish. You would squish instead. Okay, we have no hints about future treasures at the moment. And my inventory is now full. I'll try to be more careful as I swoop down again next time. But hey, we're getting there. $1 to heal. Okay, I guess that's fair. That's 1 rock. Oh, right, I forgot my slope. I was gonna make a sweet-ass swimming pool design, and then I got completely fixated on, as I said I would, fixated on the tunnel aspect. I wanted to find the Minecraft diamonds, and I wasn't thinking about the Minecraft coal. Coal train, baby, woo. They've got a lot of stones up towards the top, I noticed. Nothing wrong with that. Nice hardy bit of ground. You know, it'd be a great lesson here is at the end of the day, we find out the treasure wasn't actually to find in the hole. The treasure was the hole. So you know what'll happen then? Nuclear fallout, house blown away. We've got a sweet freaking bunker to go into and our whole family survives. How about that? Sorry, I made it dark, didn't I? I think the Fallout series started here. Although it didn't end there. It ended on Amazon Prime. Oh, maybe we'll discover a cavern. How sweet would that be? I'd love to see a cavern. I say that as if I haven't seen a cavern in my real life, but I mean in the game I'd love to see a cavern. I've been to several, and I've enjoyed them all thoroughly. I feel incredibly just at peace with the world when I'm in a cavern. I don't really know why, but there's something incredibly calming about it. It's so still, and everything is just, like, so old. Kind of wet and drippy. You don't really have any worries unless, of course, like, you know, you're in a cavern for a bad reason. But if you're in a cavern that you can get out of easily, everything's just kind of chill. And chilly as well. If it's a very hot day and you go into a cavern, you're going to be nice and cool. Calm, cool, and collected. And that's the best place to be. Nothing wrong with that at all. You get to see stalactites. You get to see shiny rocks that look like an egg occasionally. If you know the one I'm talking about. A+ work. You've been to an excellent cavern. It's good luck. You rub the egg. Even the cynical part of me is like, you know what? Superstitions? Who cares? Let them have some fun. I'll rub the egg today. Maybe I'll have good luck. But I will not amputate a rabbit's foot to do that. That is not okay. Alright, my gradular slope is coming along now. I should not try to make that a thing. I don't like the way that I said that word. And now, I think we're starting to have the beginnings of a format of a swimming pool, maybe. Oh, I would love to delete those little bits hanging in the air, though. Can you get them? Yeah, you can get them. You just got to be very particular about where you get them. Get them! Yes. You probably can't even see what I'm attacking. There's like a tiny little speck right there. Get it. Get it, get it, get it. Catch him. Oh no, that one's too small. I don't believe it. I'm too far away, actually. That's the problem. There. Oh, that's the perfect way to test it. You put the blue sky on as a mask. Okay, I don't probably need to do this, but I'm out, so I might as well. Charge. It's beginning to look a bit like Swiss cheese in there. One of the nice things about real dirt is the sides will eventually sort of crumble to the extent where you can kind of get like a nice smooth surface. Not here, though. The sides do not care about your feelings. That's a lot of stones, my god. Maybe I'll just take a stick of TNT and just blow up the whole backyard. Be done with it. I mean, this is starting to look like what a Worms 3D level looked like after a particularly nasty brawl. Get a couple holy hand grenades in there and some cluster bombs, then you got a game about digging a hole. Charge it. We're gonna go for, like, shovel again next. 300. This is gonna be fine. We're gonna get 300 in no time. Just leave a little shelf. Right? Leave a shelf for your elf. For your health. And then we'll have somewhere to climb back up to. But maybe I'll start hearing another treasure awaiting soon. Maybe we can even upgrade our treasure tracker, and I'll be able to find them in the walls even easier. They haven't really played with the formula yet. It's just a hole still. Oh, imagine we come out the other side and we're in China. People used to joke about that all the time when I was a kid. You keep digging there, you're going to end up in China. Like, wow, that's... How do you have such a precise understanding of geolocation that you think that would be on the other side for sure? Oh, I found a new material called copper. Sounds very useful. What kind of copper are you? I am a liberal communist copper. It's okay, I took the test. Negative 8 meters, that's nearly 10. I like this mechanized shovel action, how it sort of pistons out. That's very good. I don't know for, like, actual shoveling consistency if that would be a great mechanism, but for the purposes of this game, it seems to be getting the job done more than adequately. So no complaints from me. Oh, I'd love it if you could get some absolutely ridiculous shovel designs as we get deeper in. Like Turok-inspired, you know, ridiculous sci-fi shovel madness. I could get into that. I really want to smooth out the walls somewhat. I feel like I'm entering another planet now with all this. Not that it matters. I guess I could just pretend we're digging into a massive fudge block. Right, it kind of has a fudge-like consistency when you take a bite out of it. It leaves these little chunks and nuggets. Delicious. Probably not great for your blood sugar, though, if you're eating this much fudge. You should maybe slow it down. Wait a minute! I made a discovery, friends. I talked about the possibility of a subterranean cavern. And lo and also behold, here is one of those. Just handed to me on a copper platter. We haven't discovered silver yet, so we'll upgrade to that later. What are those little nuggets down there? Some sort of Subnautica diamond nodes or something. Oh. Iron? Uncle Iron? Okay, I want to make sure my descent is as safe as possible here. And descents are not technically that safe most of the time when gravity is involved. So we're going to try and cut a little bit of a shelf out for ourselves. And our elf, as I said. I think this game has done pretty surprisingly well in terms of people seeming to be interested in it. And I am very happy to hear that because it encourages there to be more stuff like this. A little bit silly, a little bit light and experimental. And again, it's such a fundamentally simple premise. There's probably a lot of directions you could take this in. And I'm having a great time with this, so I hope that they do so well that they make another one, even though I don't know how deep this hole goes yet. Okay, so yeah, okay, we're fine. I didn't want to accidentally hop down there and realize I've left myself nothing but an incline. And then I'll just slide down, or I don't even know if you slide, to be fair. Can we maybe dig all the way back through this now? Yeah. Get the maximum brush placement possible. Can we get, like, a terrain leveler? Probably not. Well, we can get TNT. That's not going to level anything, though. Just level a building. 300 for the next one. We'll buy the lamp, because it sounds like we're going underground, so... Oh, is it a placeable lamp, not like a headlamp? I don't know why I needed those stones. I probably didn't, to be honest. Okay, how's the shelf look? Could be better. Maybe I'll get one more shovel upgrade before we head down. Just to get the maximum usage possible out of this. Hey, even if the treasure turns out to be nothing, we've got a pretty profitable coal business brewing in our backyard. If the earth was this dense with coal, I think, well... we just have to learn how to clean it. Which is not really a thing. As much as I'd love it to be. I'm starting to see the subtractions flicker a little more than they were. Is it starting to struggle a little? Adding the new cut brush. Hopefully, at least when we completely remove all of the material from a section, hopefully at least those brushes collapse or merge into each other, because otherwise we're just contributing additional calculations that are basically not doing anything. Alright, a shovel upgrade. Let's do it. And recharge me. I got the wide brim scoop. I'm running into a speck of dirt. Oh, it's... where is it? I saw it. There. It's very subtle. Gotta get every speck. There. Those should settle as well. There shouldn't be little, like, leftover bits. The same way that Power Wash Sim will, like, cull the last %, they should handle that with these brushes as well. If an extrusion or a subdivision leaves a little bit left over, just get rid of that bit. Alright. We going down? Sus. It's just got a rounded wall. Awkward spot. I need to dig out a little more to stand on, don't I? I'm doing the opposite of that now. Will I be able to construct scaffolds, or... I guess there's enough dirt that I don't have to. What's that? Silver! I had no idea silver looked like that. I thought it was silver. It's beautiful. I would collect those and just put them on my shelf and be done with it. It's like an aquamarine version of a tiger's eye. Yeah, very, very difficult spot to get out of there. Sell it off. We got 100. Oh, very nice. I suppose I'll need more lamps, right? So I'll get another one of those. And my battery... sorry, my jetpack needs to go up again. But we should be doing okay now. You know, we're digging into silver territory, right? So everything's gonna work out. What is silver again? Is it HG? Or is that mercury? For a while, I used to actually remember most of the periodic table for some reason. I don't know why I lost it all. I guess I just didn't keep up with... Oh, I don't know what's happening. That's very sketchy. You kind of have to do rote memorization with that stuff a little bit. Which means retracing it and going over it. I have to now make sure that I have enough energy to get back out. What is this? My little thingamabob is telling me... Down? Yeah, I know. That's all I've been concerned with this whole time. It's all been down. Except for when it's up. Alright, well, it's taking it away now. I'd love to build little walkways and stuff. Get really invested in my structural integrity. I'm gonna buy 2 lamps this time, because I'm a big spender. I just realized the ambience changes as we get this deep. You don't hear the birds anymore. It's just silent. Which, you know, that makes sense. It would be silent in a hole. I think that's what they had to deal with in the entombment scene in Kill Bill. Or, I guess as the kids have to say now on TikTok, unalive Bill. They should really change the title officially. It's so much catchier this way. Upgrade to drill at 600. Oh, that sounds very tempting. I would love a 600... What? Oh, thank you. Good shout. I will save. Thank you very much. A+ work to the developer for suggesting that. Kind of has the, like, kinetic sand properties to the way that the edges sit. They're flaky in a way. It's just the visual artifacts of how doing all this material calculation works. But it kind of has its own appearance to it that's a little bit unlike any material other than, like, kinetic sand that I mentioned. Or clay. I guess it's a little clay-like, too. Right, so they want me to keep heading down. Of course they do. There aren't really any other paths, so... Let's look for more silver. Hope for the best. Probably want to bring a TNT stick down for somewhere like this. What is that? Hang on. And no, I'm not referring to the old motorcycle arcade game. What is this? Oh, man. Let me tell you right now. I don't know that this is what's happening, but imagine you found a Lost-style, you know, the hatch with, like, a number pattern sequence, and then it turns into an ARG puzzle box. I would lose my freaking mind. I love that stuff. I think it's just a massive boulder. And maybe that's what I need the TNT for, actually. I don't think it is actually a Lost style of the hatch. Or maybe I need the drill, actually. That could be possible, too. Whatever, we'll figure it out. It definitely wants me to go in that direction. You know, the Lost show had a hatch... And Survivor, which was a show about an island, had a man named Richard Hatch. No relation? Don't know. Maybe there's a conspiracy there. Probably there is. Let's see. Shovel is at 600. I think I'll just get the 600. I want to see what the drill can do. I love a good mystery. I love a mystery that is plausible, but just strange enough that you wonder if it's, like, not of this world. And I know that's a very strange claim, and I'm not really sure how to qualify it beyond just, I know it when I see it. But if you show me something that's like, I can't logically explain how that exists, but then ultimately there is a reason, that's like peak writing for me. I love that stuff. I love to think about all the possibilities and then see the one that they settled on eventually. Or just to have that moment of like, well, maybe it is just a world where supernatural things are possible. I don't know. So long as we don't land in just like, it was all a dream kind of territory. That's very frustrating then. Oh, got another silver. Yeah, silver is where the money's at. We need more of that, please. Jetpack's still getting the work done. Let's see, will we get like 160 out of that? Yeah, oh. Exactly 160. Don't know how I did that. One more little run and we'll be able to get the drill. And then I think it really kicks off, right? Once you got the drill, what could possibly come after that other than like a laser drill? Or a diamond tip? Oh, I hope it's a diamond tip. The only thing you can't cut with a diamond tip is harder diamonds? Right, like synthetic diamonds that were designed to be harder than the other diamonds. But I guess you'd be using synthetic diamonds already, so maybe just start with those. The world is your oyster, and you can get to shucking it with a diamond tip. There we go. Oh. At 1500, I am shovel? I don't even know what that means, but we've got the drill. Couldn't be a bee drill? Let's see what we can do. Can we get to this? No. Okay, so this is not the purview of a drill. This is TNT only. Whoa! Oh, that's kind of trippy, actually. What? How is it doing that? Like, what is the tech process of that? I guess we're still starting with a round extrusion kind of shape, but then it sort of shrinks everything toward a particular point. It's fun to watch. It's very powerful and very useful, too. Also, blast through your battery like nothing else. Like nothing I've ever seen. This is like a Steam Deck running, I don't know, any game that's 3D? A Steam Deck running any game. There you go. Let's buy a dynamite, I guess. I really want to blow up that rock for some reason. It's quite important to me. I know we could just dig around it. Alright, I'm going to plant the dynamite, and then I'm going to jetpack up. Oh. Oh. I don't think it's as big a deal as I thought, and it didn't even break the rock. So the rock is impenetrable. Oh, I found a gold. That's great news. I used to know a guy that got really excited when that word would show up. Haven't seen him in a minute, though. I wonder what he's up to. Oh, I love what this is doing for the walls. They're so nice. They could be covered in velvet, as far as I'm concerned. I can make these really lovely patterns in it. I could even go back and touch up all the other walls. Oh, no. Okay, don't commit the world's stupidest tragedy here and battery yourself in a hole. Okay, I don't know about the dynamite. I didn't use it very well, though. Can I just give this, like, a quick pass? Just kind of smooth off. I don't know if it's doing what I'm hoping. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's giving a little of that power wash effect. It's good stuff. At the end of the day, really all I want to do is simplify the brushes that are visible. Because I know that this will wreak havoc. Or at least it used to. Oh, maybe there's a technique they can use with Unreal Engine 5 that I'm not aware of that's able to deal with this sort of stuff better. There must be. Because, like, as much as... My graphics card is alright. I have a 2080 Ti. It's quite old at this point, but it is still quite strong. But I have to think that they're probably also considering most people don't even have a graphics card on that level. Is there like an AI thing going on here? There's a sense of sharpening happening to this hole that is not typical. Look how sharp the edges look. Maybe there's a DLSS effect happening there. I don't even know. Maybe I'll have to interview the dev and ask them all these tech questions. I think their name is Ben. It'd be great, because when I introduce them, I'll say, "It's Ben." It's a classic bit. Are you allowed to just do this? I don't think so, right? If you dig a hole of a certain size, eventually someone will show up and they'll be like, "Hey, stop." And then if you keep going, then they will probably get very angry and send more force after you after a point. However, if you do it, never exposing yourself to the public, like you start in your house and you start digging under, you know, through the floorboards. Well, until you hit a gas line and explode the whole neighborhood. You'll probably get away with a lot then. Not that I'm advocating any of that. Don't do that. But I'm just saying, like, it has been a thing that people have done. You're not going to know where all the pipes are, even if you think you do. Unless you have, like, the plans and a professional to guide you. You're not going to be able to avoid all of that stuff. And it might go wrong really, really badly, really, really fast. As much as treasure is very appealing, and trust me, I get it, exploding is not a good value. Exploding, drowning, being crushed, all of the various ways that this could go wrong. And there are many. But there's always one guy that's like, yeah, but treasure, though? Are you kidding me? Do you even know how good treasure is? And no, I guess I don't. I've not really been exposed to a lot of treasure in my day. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. Maybe if I had a better, more treasure-filled upbringing, I'd be a happier man overall. Okay, inventory upgrade. Here we go. It's time to get down and dirty, both at the same time. Okay, down. Are you down with the sickness? Ooh, Got a silver. I'd probably like to plant a lamp on this rock since it's indestructible. Seems like a good anchor point. Oh, another one. You know what would really help this, too? Atmospherically, what would be fantastic is if we could build a rope bridge. I don't have a use for one at this point, but I'm saying once we get a little deeper, a rope bridge would really sell it. What's that? Is that a car? Is it a metal elephant? Or is it just a rock? What is that? Just a rock? Okay, sorry, I gotta go. My battery's quite low now. I made bank on that trip. Not bad at all. I'll buy another lamp. Battery. Okay, we're good to go. The hits keep coming. It looks like there's only one more drill upgrade after this, so I don't know. Is that possible? Or are there additional things we haven't even uncovered yet? I guess that's a rock. It's a sturdy looking rock. Maybe it's like the border of where we're allowed to go. It just looks so shiny for being this deep. It had like a metal alloy kind of vibe to it. I think I'm overthinking it. It's just an absolutely enormous rock. Like when you get engaged, if you're a queen, you get an absolutely enormous rock. Does it ever end? Just might as well be a UFO at this point. I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of headroom. Dig through my lamp fixture up there. Headroom has been attained. The hole's really got a lot of character at this point. It's got angles, it's got action. It's got depth, it's got darkness. All it needs is to give up its treasure secrets. I want to know more about this, like, pipe that seems to be running through here. Or it's the illusion of a pipe anyway, it's not actually a pipe. There, I've destroyed it. This game could turn into an absolute obsession for people if they had, like, a procedurally generated thing and did, like, daily missions. Every day a new hole. Oh my god, this could be the end of all of us for live service reasons. If they truly harness the evil that could be here, I shudder to think how many people would spend their entire day every day digging holes to no end. Please, developer, if you hear my voice, use your powers only for good. Only good holes. No bad. I believe in you. I want to trust you. You wouldn't make such pleasantly blue skies all the way up there. Also, the live service bubble is popped, so don't be a chump. Surely you're not a chump. I don't think you are. So my dot is speeding up. You hear that? Deek, deek, deek. Of course, I did it completely off time, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Alright, I think we're getting close to something. That battery upgrade was great. I think we got a lot more out of this one than last time. I really failed on the building shelves front, though. I'll just have to cope and seethe for now. I saw in a catalog the other day they had orbital sanders, and I was just thinking, man, it seems like a lot of effort to send them up into space. Why not just use them here on Earth? What are you sanding up there? Asteroids? The International Space Station? Do you need to sand that? Just keep them here on Earth. It's ridiculous. Do they pay for the flight, or do you? Because I feel like then the 90 euro or whatever it started at would just be unrepresentative of the overall cost. And I know Europe's not about that life. They show what the price is on the tag. And they scoff at Americans for not doing so as well, and rightfully so. Would you believe that? In Europe, when you see the price of something, that's just what it costs. You don't bring it up, you know, to the cash register, and they're like, oh, it'll be 8% more than the price you just saw. You just pay that. My wife would often ask me, so how do Americans know what the price of something is? And the answer is we simply don't. I mean, you can estimate to the best of your ability, and if you get really good at memorizing what typical, you know, percentages come out to in your head, which, you know, I worked in retail for nearly a decade, I got okay at it, you can make a pretty good guess. But if you're dealing with a lot of items, you know, it can really be very difficult to know the answer. And that's one of those things that it's just like, well, just don't do it that way. It just doesn't make any sense to have it just be a random additional fee at the end. At least that's how I see it. I don't know. But hey, that's not very related to digging a hole, so maybe I'll stow it. Okay, I'm starting to feel like I'm in a tomb in a Destiny level or something. Charge it up. Inventory, or do we save up for the drill? I am shovel at 1500. Yeah, my inventory is okay. I'd rather have the best of the best in the West. Jim West. Desperado. Rough Rider. No, you don't want nada. That doesn't really rhyme at all. Someone should tell Will Smith. He'll be sick to his stomach. Oh. Have I fallen into treasure? My little chart thing. Oh. Oh, I think I just went past it, maybe. Yeah, I think it's over here. It's like in this general direction, but I'm not sure exactly where yet. I think it's speeding up still. I'm hypnotized by the drill effect. It's so cool. Whoa! What's this? What have I found? What is this? Is this like a house? Have I found an old house underneath? Is this Bob Vila's this old house? He was talking about this particular house. Oh, I get it. Bob Vila like Bob Villa. It's taken me all these years to figure out his name was a joke. What is that? I have to go back up. We'll find out. It's brilliant. The mystery is so compelling. I must know. You know, they got Bob Ross, but they don't have Bob Rachel. What's up with that? No Bob Phoebe? No Bob Joey? Oh, there's Joe Bob, but there's not a Bob Joey. I don't even know if I can get in whatever that is. I'll have to dig up and into it, maybe? Oh, wait, what's this? The cave continues. It's surrounded by silver. Oh, no, it kind of doesn't continue. Sorry, I got a little too excited. That's okay, we can uncover a three-dimensional vertical axis option. And pick up some silver along the way, because we're entrepreneurial and enterprising like that. Entrepreneurial prizing. Imagine I just find a ghost just living in the dirt down here. He's like, what's up? I'm like, oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bother you. I was just digging. He's like, yeah, no worries. I'm just chilling down here with these bones. These dry bones. Alright, guess it's gonna be another step then. Nope, one more. Oh, charge though. Save. I like how immediate we got into the game too. It was like the tiniest of introductions. And then the game kind of just speaks for itself. You just go and dig a hole. It's that simple. I know this is not where the Bob Vila house is. I lost it. Where is it? Oh, it's here. I don't even know if this is anything. This is what my treasure tracker was trying to locate for me, right? It seems like it's a rock with a door on it. What is that? That's half obscured by a bigger rock. Is it a portal to another realm? Oh, send me to the digging dimension. Where everything is a whole. And nothing is a fraction. Math jokes. I have one of those. Or maybe I have an imaginary amount. I don't know. That one probably didn't count. I don't know what this is. There's an arrow pointing in. Are you sure about that? Alright, maybe we should follow it. And see... Oh, already done. Well, it's okay. They gave me something to fixate on for a while I'm sorting this out. I don't know why I'm assuming I need to stop flying. It's broken Overwatch brain, and every time I hear the sound of a jetpack, I assume I'm playing as Pharah, so I need to stop to recharge my jetpack, apparently. It's entirely delusional. So I've got my maximum drill. Yeah, Peter Gabriel will be very proud of this hole. I think that was a defining characteristic of his. That was a terrible descent. Peter Gabriel had one of the first interactive CDs. They called them CDEs, as CD enhanced. Him and Todd Rundgren both had this amazing proprietary technology where you could put a CD into your computer and stuff would happen. It would like play little videos, there's little interactive things. But yeah, Peter Gabriel was all about it. A pioneer in the formats of CDs. Alright. More of that. Let's heal up. $4 at the doctor there. Apparently we've got a live-in nurse or something. Nurse us back to health. I'll try to fall a bit less this time. If I can help it. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of little hangers on in the air. Sorry about that. I'd love to be a cleaner miner than this. Oh, and I need another light. It's getting quite shady down here. This is not the outcome I was hoping for. We are surrounded on all sides by impenetrable rock, and even my maximum drill is not able to help. And honestly, this maximum drill does not seem any better than the last one as far as I can tell. I mean, I suppose it has to be, but it doesn't feel better. What the hell is the point of this? Should have just ignored the treasure tracker. Alright. Up we go. Yeah, maybe I just screwed up with the dynamite before. I don't know. I should probably try it again. Buy one of those. Charge that up. And I also want to get another lamp or two. We'll see what happens. What's the worst that happens? I waste another 100. It's cost of doing business sometimes. You gotta waste a bit of money to make money sometimes. Okay, I guess we'll just try throwing it in here. It seems to be... Oh. Didn't do literally anything. I suppose it went somewhere, but it doesn't seem like it affected anything I could see. It's okay. You just made the 100 back just there with all the silver, so I'm not worried. There is another angle I haven't tried, which is to approach it from below. But I'm starting to think this, whatever this is a con... What? You can get through? I should have used the boost. How the hell do I get in? There's a path in it. Is this rock not supposed to be here? It's too tight, I can't fit. The heck? Oh no, what do? I don't know how to get in. There's a nice little door and everything. What's in the other end? Oh, don't tell me that's a treasure chest. There's something over there. I can see like a silhouette, a little silhouette of a man. No, it's not a silhouette of a man. It's a silhouette of a box. Maybe this is a big tease? I think that could be something. Maybe it's a big tease, and they're trying to get me all riled up. And then we're gonna find our way over there later. I don't know what to do with that. $345, not bad at all. Inventory can go up to 25 slots. Okay, we're gonna go one more time. It's getting deep. I wouldn't say so deep it puts your ass to sleep. I'd say it probably makes your ass a bit drowsy though. Need some caffeine. Wake that ass up. Oh, the silver nodes! Alright, well. Blast through them real fast, no problem. $800. Oh, there's actually one more inventory, up to 40. Huge. So I'll buy another dynamite, who cares? My neighborhood would not appreciate me jetpacking around the backyards of everyone. Think of the liability issues if I were to come crashing down out of the sky and land in their backyard and break my ankle in 6 places. Little Jimmy would be scarred for the rest of his life. Just out playing in the backyard and a man comes plummeting out of the sky. Alright, I'm starting to see the contours of the cave a little better now. Oh, ooh, that was unfortunate. Maybe get the treasure tracker back? Now that we can't get in? It's gonna start to become a little bit of a trip each time coming back up. If I keep going, I mean. It's not really right now. 1,500, 600 for battery. Yeah, the battery's still holding out. Oh, maybe the newest drill was just a slightly more battery-efficient version of the last drill. I really wasn't paying that close attention to the differences. This is so frustrating, though. I really want to get in there. If I could just crouch. I hit C, I hit Control, I hit Alt. Those are all of the basic crouch buttons. None of them service me in any reasonable way. You can't tempt me with the mystery. I mean, you can, but please don't. It's bad for the prostate. Or is it good for the prostate? I forget. Whatever. So long as you get your prostate checked once you turn 40. Okay, it's incredibly dark in here. Let's do a little bit of this. Whoa. We've entered Subterranea. The city of the damned. Only ghosts live in here. And you can't shoot, you can't hit them either. You gotta buy a special dagger for that. Well, it'll drop as well, but it's rare. No, it's not rare, actually. It's pretty not rare at all. Okay, there's another treasure coming up. I'm gonna need additional funds, though, and additional lamps. So we're gonna open this up a little bit. Alright. Battery low. Time to go. Ooh. It's okay. The whole edges will just kind of help you along as you go up. I still haven't found any keys for this, which I should easily be able to drill open. Inventory is 1,500, nearly there. Yeah, every time you have to go back down, it's just another little teaser. Little rumple teaser. As Cats on Broadway evangelicalized. Nah, that didn't work. Little rumple teaser never hurt anybody. It's good for the prostate. That's the whole inventory already. There it is. Wait, what's this? Is this the pipe? Oh, I just think I recontextualized it now because I didn't... Okay. I didn't realize where I was. Used to destroy rocks and lava rocks, can't destroy white rock. Oh. But it didn't, though. When I used it before, it just didn't seem to do that at all. I placed it right on top of the rock I wanted it to go. Boom on. Well, I guess I'll try it again. Was it a third try? Maybe this time it'll work. Oh, it did work. Oh, it's turned it all into sand. Wonderful. Hooray! I thought I did that in the first case. So I assumed that I couldn't blow those rocks up. So you'd probably forgive me for thinking that was just not how that dynamite worked, and that I hadn't seen what it was able to blow up. Well, there we go. So now we can check this door. The mystery is finally about to culminate. Is it an ice fishing hole? This kind of reminds me after you beat a big boss in Dark Souls 2. You finally get to the big, big reveal time, and it's a square room with a box in it. Now what? Oh, it's a crate, which contains 75 monies, dynamites, and lamps. Okay. Well, that's good. A little underwhelming after what we had to do to get into it, but part of that is just me not understanding how the game worked, so fair enough. They do a great job of building up the suspense, but I feel like the payoffs need to be equally as rewarding as the suspense has been. I don't know what that exactly entails, but maybe having more flourishy reveals or items that are more special seeming in one way or another, more unique, I suppose, would be good. I don't know. Not the end of the world. It's not like I'm now having a bad time because I got some money and TNT. I think they were about to show me the next treasure down here. As I entered Subterranea. The deepest and darkest we've ever seen. See? I told you. In what direction would you like me to fit? Oh, up! It's here. Money bag! 4 lamps and 167 money. Great news. Alright, so we found a wall of impenetrable silver rocks. But we can skirt right around it. Soon the caverns are going to become labyrinthine. But I'm here for it. Well, I'm here for it until I have to keep going back up, and that gets slightly annoying because then you need to keep recharging. But I'm here for it for now. What about here? Oh, another treasure? Is the treasure even that relevant anymore? We've made thousands of dollars just pulling gold bullion out. I guess it wouldn't be bullion, it would be stock cubes. And the stocks are up. And that's why we should put billionaires in them. And close them and throw tomatoes at them. Okay, time to go. Wonder if just one well-meaning billionaire could defeat the rest of all the billionaires. Maybe we should make them fight amongst each other for everyone's benefit. Just an idea. Inventory up. Okay, we've maximized our inventory. Let's jetpack it too. Oh, I feel the power on this new jetpack. Do you see the kick on it? It feels like it's got a lot of weight behind it now. I remember my first jetpack. It was a water gun. It was a backpack you wore, filled with water, that connected to a... So, what's that? I think I found some lava. It was connected to a super soaker, and you'd pump it up real good, and it would deliver a devastating blast of water that your friends would actively suffer, right? Which is the goal, really. When you're about 10 years old, you want your friends to be in as much pain as possible via water blasts that you have the control over. It's the most power that you probably get when you're 10. I'm scared of this material. I feel like it will hurt me. It looks like toxic pain. Oh. Up. Are you sure? How up? What kind of up? Like Pixar's up? Ow? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like the secret walls in Wolfenstein 3D. They just back away from you. New material? Wait, what material was it? I missed the material name. Okay, well, guess we'll figure it out. All new materials. There's the forward. Platinum. Oh, fantastic. It's platinum. Like one of my favorite character action game developers. I've got plenty of dynamite. All that's left is just to upgrade my battery and jetpack to max, and then we're all the way there. I will become a mecha drone of drilling devastation. Ow. I was thinking, is there not like a Subnautica ground equivalent? And the closest thing I could think of was there was a game called Volcanoids a long while back, an indie game, which I tried and I thought was like not fantastic, but it was also not ready yet at the time I played it. It was pretty janky and buggy and stuff, but it might be a lot better now. But man, it would be a pretty exciting thing to have the same sort of progression scheme as Subnautica, but in the dirt, to find the places I got hurt. I know that's like literally what we're doing here, but I'm saying it's not quite meant to be on the same scale as Subnautica, which was a many-day effort that needed to be sustained. And it came part and parcel with a load of other mysteries adjacent to the what if you keep going deeper question. You know, what's up with this alien cube? What's up with a giant Leviathan thing? What's this ship doing? It's like, oh, it's sinking. Get out of there. What if you go to the end of the world? You could go, oh, you can. You can go into the end of the world. What's going on down there? Oh, it's scary. Sorry, I just gave you way too many things about Subnautica. Play Subnautica, by the way. It's a great game. And the soundtrack's great, too. So you can listen to Subnautica while you play Subnautica. Okay, another light. Wild to think we're gonna get a Subnautica 2. It's like almost on the same level of hype as Hades 2. Although, well, it might be on the same level as that. It's just, I truly didn't think it was possible we would get a Hades 2. So the fact that it exists now is... It seems like... You know how I'm always saying we fell into the wrong timeline and things just keep getting worse? It feels like the opposite of that. We accidentally fell into the right timeline where cool things happen. And man, I wish we could fall into that all the time. I want to live in the cool timeline. The cool hole. Ah. Wait, what was that? I think that was my treasure beeper. It's okay, I gotta go back up for, air. And battery. But also air. Eventually the air probably struggles to get down to us, right? Or is that not how air works? I don't think it is, actually. Oh my lord, 1,600 on one trip? What? Alright, cool. Now we just got two 1,500s left, so 3,000 and we're good to Gucci. Oh, thought I would be quite hurt there. Should I be blowing up this lava rock? It doesn't seem to hurt me, at least, so I don't have to worry about that. Kind of want to dust it so I don't have to... I keep feeling like it's going to hurt me, even though I know it doesn't. Oh, up. Up. Where, here? What kind of up are you talking here? I had a little ping for a second there. Oh, shit. Sorry, I broke the light. Saw it beep a little faster for a sec. I can't quite isolate where it's getting faster. Not there. It seems to be about on this level, so it's probably like right in this wall, maybe? Maybe it's just deeper than I expect. Oh, no, it's silver. I haven't even looked at how deep we are. We're negative 54 meters from ground level. That's pretty good. don't think I could dig 54 meters. Pretty sure I couldn't. Not without serious tools. Which I wouldn't be qualified to use anyway. Doesn't seem to be in any of these places. It's getting faster. Oh, found another cavern. What's in here? You see strange shapes? I think it's just the stone peeking through. That was like an alien capsule hotel. And wouldn't that be interesting? Battery low. Freaking battery, man. I don't want to have to get new batteries anymore. I should be able to buy a second battery and hot swap them out. What are we gonna do with this hole? And just pile some dirt over top and put some sod on it, call it a day. Alright, there we go. Maximum battery power. Will this be the descent where we find the best treasure? The treasure of all time? The golden chalice of King Henry III? I don't know why the hell that's here. Anything's possible. Maybe there's some kind of Nicolas Cage nonsense going on down here. And I don't even know what I mean when I say that, because Nicolas Cage nonsense takes many forms. Many forms, indeed. Oh, I saw the ring light up. Oh, it's another wooden door frame. Okay, we're very close now. It's taking me back a little bit to that same feeling I got when I was first playing Minecraft and I didn't really know what was possible yet. It's an exciting place to be. With endless possibility. Guess I gotta blow up another rock. That's okay, we can do it. You never played Minecraft, by the way. Even if it sounds like something you wouldn't be into, I think everyone should try Minecraft, young or old. Just try it at least, even if it's not really for you ultimately. Oh, did it roll off the freaking rock? That's very silly. Can I place it better over here, maybe? Okay, don't stand on top of it, please. Okay, there we go. It's like the smallest explosion zone. I think this is the kind of TNT you could, like, stand next to while it goes off. Two more dynamite, 500 money, some lamps. Okay, well, again, I was hoping for something, you know, like Poseidon's Trident or Benjamin Franklin's wooden retainer. That would do it for me, I guess. A carton of platinum eggs. A bird's skull enchanted by the Hopi nation. I don't know. Something cool like that. An awfully hot coffee pot. Celebrity passwords. No, I don't really want that. There's a lot of options. But I guess we continue down. Do we continue down? I kind of want to reconnect some of these corridors here so I don't get lost. Oh, they do hurt you. I guess I hadn't exposed enough of the surface to actually hear it. Or feel it. Hear it? Wrong sense. Sometimes you just get your senses wrong. I mean, I've definitely felt music before. And I don't mean in this emotional sense. I mean, I've felt the percussive nature of the pressure change involved with the air blasting me out of a particularly strong PA system. But that's kind of a confusion of senses that is pretty reasonable to understand. Have you ever seen a smell? It makes such intuitive sense once you see, like, stinky lines coming out of something. Oh, I found a freaking diamond! It was huge, too. I'm gonna get Adam Sandler to cut that gem down, as he loves to do. Fantastic film, by the way, Uncut Gems. Really good. Best Adam Sandler movie, bar none. It could be a little tough to watch at a couple points, though, to be fair. And there we go. And we've got more than enough to max out that. So, yeah, we're done. Just got to find the best treasure, whatever that best treasure might be. Oh, 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 oh. That momentum really finds you at the end. Seem to be making sort of a corkscrew pattern now. Just kind of doing stuff. I don't know. I don't really have a direction. I'm just going. Where's the bottom? Will we not find the water table at some point? Will we not crack into some molten slag? I mean, we kind of did. Imagine a 3D Terraria. Oh. You bust into a corridor and it's just filled with drippy lava. You literally walked down to hell. I was obsessed with that concept for a while, that there was like a physical space where hell was. I mean, I hear it. Let's point the right way first. It's that way. Oh, it was right there. Never mind. Yeah, the very idea of there being like an actual physical gate you could reach. That was the gate to hell. How cool is that idea? It's like a whole world undiscovered underneath us. But there's not really like a physical place for hell to be, so... well, apparently it's somewhere in the United States. I believe there's a town called Hell. Seems like kind of dramatic to live there a lot. To constantly have to keep telling people, yeah, it's like it's not the real one. It's just a name. Is that... Oh, okay. I thought I was just gonna miss. I keep seeing these kind of interesting edges as I'm cutting through this surface. Like it's that volcanic hot rock texture or something. Don't know. Yeah, whatever treasure I could possibly hope to find at this point is dwarfed by the value of these diamonds. I say we just call it, like, we got the diamonds, it's done. Job accomplished. We could stand on an aircraft carrier and put a banner up, as you do. We got a diamond mine in our mind that we've mined. Just have to build an elevator shaft and hire some employees. Maybe take over the CEO of PayPal for a while. I don't know. Anything's possible. Can I turn the diamonds into a pickaxe would be... Yeah, that would be a thing to do. The problem is, I don't have any issues getting through the diamonds. It's really just these rocks. So by problem, I mean not problem. I don't have a problem. I've created one. Okay, we've got to go. I say probably around 100 meters is where it's going to max out, right? I don't think it could possibly have much more than that. We're already at the diamond level. If you're like in an airport, right, and you wanted to go to the VIP lounge, if you get to the diamond lounge, like, what more is there? I know they're big on the Platinum Plus stuff, but, like, there's a diamond lounge. That's where you go. Yeah, we're pretty low now. 67, 78, 82. Maybe it's time to just drill straight down and see what happens. Oh, did I miss a corridor? I would love to do that technique where you just you go as far down as you can in Minecraft and then you build stairs. So you basically like cut into the hill and you go out for a bit and then you go down for a bit and then you do like an incline off of that. I've actually spent afternoons when I was particularly feeling depressed just cutting into the ground in Minecraft and listening to podcasts. I'd eventually try and build a castle or something at the end, but it always seemed to start with a let's cut into the ground for a while technique. Don't really know what I hope to find. Caverns, I guess. I'd usually find a railroad that was abandoned with a lot of spiders in it. I don't know if you're like me and you also happen to find a lot of abandoned railroads with spiders in them, but that was kind of the trajectory I hoped to land on. No, not that I hoped to, that I did land on. I wanted to find diamonds. Finally, a stone with true intrinsic value. Diamonds. You have to have one or your wife won't love you. At least that's what the marketing says. It's not actually true. It's just a stone, really. It's like any other stone, we just really like this one. Whoa! What's that? What's going on down there? Oh! Have we reached the unelectrifiable zone? Oh, there's breathing in here. Is there a panther living in this hole? Oh, it should be a dragon, right? Who's that? Oh, it's a mole man. It's a mole in a hole. How charming. You think he's gonna come after me? Unpleasant character, this mole. I'm assuming I can't drill through any of his walls. Yeah, I can't. I have to address him on his terms. It's quite possible that I'll be able to simply run past. I didn't get a good look at how fast he moves. moves pretty fast. Oh my lord! I got eaten by a mole and I lost my ore. I guess I should have gone back up with all those diamonds, eh? That's my fault. I thought I could outrun a mole like a fool. Can I feed him dynamite? I've got so much money, I might as well buy dynamite then. We'll figure this out, no worries. What do I know about moles? I know my cat used to get them sometimes. And the cat was, like, not that great at hunting, so they can't be that bad. I just leave them on the basement floor. It's like, where did you find this? Were you in a hole? And the cat would just look at me like, yeah, man, like, I don't know. Just doing stuff. I'm a cat. What do you want? I see. So the funnel happens here with this silver rock that we can't cut. I should have not taken that. Oh, well. You think we could blow him up? I feel like it's the only offensive weapon we've really got. Unless I can jetpack out of his reach, which is possible, maybe. Or is it simply a matter of patrolling? I thought maybe hide behind the pillar, we could circle around or something. Always gonna go in there. Is he gonna flip around suddenly? I bet he will. Yep. Can't see me. Nope. I am hidden. Oh. I'm hidden very well, please. Now you're going back in the hole. I don't know what direction it's gonna come out and look in. Oh, man. Okay, can't use dynamite! Why can't I use dynamite, game? That's not okay. Okay, apparently that's not the solution. It's not about dynamite. Well, that mole has bright red eyes, so I don't think it's blind. Well, I guess bright red eyes don't necessarily mean you're not blind, but... they're trying to telegraph to the player that there is some sort of front end to the mole that you need to be aware of, as opposed to the back end and the user experience. I'd say the user experience of this mole is dismal. It turns too fast. I wanted to go for it there. I can't even use my jetpack. What the heck is this? Mole with a force field. What a truly strange situation. Full commit. Hopefully I can get to the jetpack zone again. Oh no, is there more? Oh, I thought it was a one-off, dude. Jeez, they really are trying to have a Subnautica. Oh, there's nothing over here. Can I stand behind the hot? It doesn't care at all. I thought maybe the hot rock would hurt him. Man. Why is it all about a mole now? I was having such a nice time just digging a hole and... I'm not gonna deal with mole people. Feels like I dug down to the demon ruins. Maybe they're turning me into mole sauce. Delicious people mash mole sauce. put on their burritos or whatever. Ow. So the first one seemed a bit random whether I could get by at all. And now there's gonna be 2? And I can't even scout the rooms that I've got to go in. I just got to figure it out as I go. Is it sound-based? Is it proximity-based? Is it visual-based? Is it visual basic? I got this great drill. I should really just smash him in the face with it. But it doesn't let me do that either. I can't tell if sprinting mattered. I mean, it might have helped me get away from them, provided they're not coming at me in a straight line. But I don't know if sneaking is the way, or why this mole is so adept at patrolling. I really prefer if you would just stay in one place for a moment. Oops. Well, the one place you want to stay is in your door. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't think you could get in there. I picked a poor time to pick up my coffee. Alright. So I think what happened here, from a game design perspective, is the developer said, so we've got this... The player has a ton of money now, and there's no more things to buy with it. So we need to change up the gameplay variety in some way, because there's no more things to aspire to buying, right? So now that's not really your draw anymore. So what can we do to disincentivize collecting money, while also having there still be some stakes? And we're still trying to progress toward, like, the ultimate whatever treasure there is. I'm just trying to think of how this came about as a game design point, because, like, I wouldn't have expected a stealth sequence under the ground, but then again, maybe I should have. I don't know. It's not that strange of a choice. So my tools are all useless. I guess I can place a light. That's about it. No, I can't even do that. Right, the lights go out. I can't drill. I can't jetpack. I can't dynamite. All I can do is run and not run. I'm running. I don't think it picked up on me that time. And they can actually fit through these corridors where I thought maybe they'd be restricted. Seems like we have a choice to go left or right now. There's a pillar. Oh, we can follow the periphery. That's fine. I guess I'll do that. Oh, are you just head in the wall? I mean, that is a mole's prerogative, isn't it? Really? I can't outrun them. I don't think, anyway. Maybe I can? Maybe it's like Outer Wilds. Wait, no, in Outer Wilds I couldn't outrun them either. Never mind. I guess they give up after a while? Oh. We did it. The molemen were guarding the radiant, glowing, beautiful treasure. It's the Treaty of Tripoli. Triple E meaning E3. So this is where they hid E3 and replaced him with Jeff Keighley. Did I just gender E3? What am I doing? We did it. Cutscene. Maybe a tiny mole? This isn't good. No way. then it just restarts? Oh, it's the counting! Everybody goes to the bottom and they all die and they all get marked down in the book. It's a lesson about greed. Oh, they're an advocate for the mole people. I did not expect that to be the ending. They got me. When starting a new game, you can now hunt achievements displayed in your garage. So now there's an ability to do additional digging with a particular goal in mind, perhaps. Well, there it is. A game about digging a hole. The hole has been dug. The game has been gamed. It was very good. I would just preferred a different ending, but I get it. They found a nice cohesive way to wrap it up so the game didn't end up going on for, 20 hours potentially. However, I would say counterpoint, what if the game went on for 20 hours? It would probably be pretty tough to incentivize that after a point, and you'd probably run into what I was talking about with the meshes overlapping and then eventually becoming a problem. So, fair enough. It's probably just the right amount of time that it doesn't overstay its welcome, and generally just was a pleasant experience. Maybe a little bit more mystery and unexpected surprises would have been cool along the way, but I will hold out hope that maybe a sequel could be possible at one point, at one juncture, if this one was as successful as I think it's been. So, largely, big A+ for me. Would recommend. It's $5. You can get it on Steam if you like it. Check out a game about digging a hole. It is what it says on the tin.